Guys, welcome to the next part of our My Hero Class's suit review. I cannot speak English.
No, you
I am joined
cannot.
once again by Syrplex Prime,
Yo.
and hopefully this video won't be as long since 1B has less costumes.
Yeah,
And also, we're now going to be consistent on giving the 1 to 10 ratings. We sort of didn't really have a plan for that last time, but
yeah, I kind of came up with that on the
let's get
fly.
straight into it then.
Yeah. Alright, so the
True.
rules are mostly the same. So we will be judging them by the design of the costume, whether we think it looks good. But more importantly, practicality and functionality. So practicality is, well, how optimized is the suit for their quirk, and functionality is, do they really stand out as a hero? Does it work as a uniform?
Yeah.
I'll quickly. Should I quickly explain why?
Go for it.
So the function of the uniform is to. Yeah, so say if they're on patrol, it's to let the public know that they are heroes. And if they need help, they are easily identifiable. That's why the police and the firefighters, they have uniforms, so they are easily identifiable in case you need help or if in case there's an emergency. Yeah, and if a suit fails at this, then it's doesn't matter how practical it is, it's still failing as a hero. Except Tori's costume, because of, well, invisibility. We spoke about more in the last episode.
More based on optimization for the quirk then.
Yes, yes, of course. Of course, there are exceptions to each of the rules here. So, I will set these. All the characters are in seeding order. So, first we have. How do you pronounce that?
We'll just go by the last name, Awase, because that's how they typically do it.
Yosetsu Awase.
Yeah.
Well, his quirk is world. I've got the wiki description there. So basically, it's just he can weld two things together. It's the abridged version of it.
Yeah. I don't know how his suit is practicality.
I think he has to. Help me check. He needs to touch both materials to weld them.
He has the boxes on the sides that are for hold extra items. We see that in season 5.
Yes, in the Bakugo versus Class B fight.
To weld. Yeah, he uses them to weld Bakugo to a wall. That's fair enough. It's just they do look like they stick out a bit too much.
There's not much.
Probably be better if it was like.
Yeah, but there's not much you can. There's not much you can do about that though, since he needs to have space to have lots of them. So, I will say, yeah, you could notice that he's actually got armor plates on his suit, which was a big deal in the last episode. And if I quickly explain, like you look at Riot Police, you look how armored they are. That's and like the and SWAT, and that's the kind of level of armor we be expecting for this kind of profession. One thing I do notice about the breastplate is there's like 3 of them. What is going on there? It looks a little stupid. It looks stupid and really heavy.
Yeah, to be fair, the superhero profession is more dangerous than SWAT.
Good point.
And he has to get in close and have no means other than this armor, so it's fair.
Yep. No headgear. That could be a bit of a risk.
Look like a hero to you?
Somewhat. Yeah. If I saw him down the street, I wouldn't think he's some Joe Schmo.
True. I'll give you that one.
I say this is a good 7.
True.
It seems reasonably practical.
It definitely doesn't look like just some person on the street.
And honestly, the design's not even that bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6, just because like if you look at the high up boots, right? The plating is on the edge of the boot, not necessarily on his knee.
Yeah.
As well as the overly heavy torso piece, it brings it down a bit. Other than those things, it's pretty solid. But yeah, I'm giving this a 6.
Yep, and I'm giving it a 7. Next, we have Sen Kaibara
Cool.
and his quirk.
Kaibara, yeah. Gyrate.
Gyrate. Which actually, word just really means just to
mean,
spin round. Which is
yeah,
exactly what his quirk does. He can spin his hands, his fingers.
yeah,
Looks like his neck is a corkscrew or something.
yeah. He can spin any part of his body. Um, all of that, like corkscrew looking stuff on him is meant to help with his quirk, except for his pants. I don't know what the
I
hell's
guess
going
that's
on
to
there.
fit the design.
Um,
So
yeah, we already know that those finger things are support gear
yeah, I was wondering about that if that
for
was
his
just
quirk.
his fingers.
Yeah, no, they're not. This is all his costume. He looks like a normal dude otherwise.
Yeah, uh, like a
Yeah.
normal. Yeah, so it falls more a lot into the trap of like Mip, Denki, and
Because
Jiro.
yeah, looks mostly just like casual clothes with a
Hmm,
little bit of things hinting towards their quirk. Even to be fair, Jiro's didn't even have that much. Um,
that is true. I'd say the
I
best I can
mean,
give this guy is a 4.
I'm going even lower because he looks mostly casual, but you can see the spinning things, and there is his support gear on his hands. I suppose if you're
Hmm.
close enough to him, you can recognize he's a hero, but at a distance, you're not going to see this guy and
Yeah,
go,
that.
"Oh, that's a hero."
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna give him like a um 2.
Two.
Only reason why it's not a 1 is because he get most of his clothes on theme. But
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
yeah,
All right,
go to
next
the
up
next
on.
one.
All right, seat 3 on the list is.
Mikiri.
Yep, I'm just. You appear to know how to pronounce the names a lot better than I do.
Yeah, I listened to them a lot on the show.
And his quirk is razor sharp.
What? Yeah, which allows him to produce blades, same as the Kirishima verse. Only his is just better.
Yeah, that guy. I was thinking like a moonfish from at the training camp.
No, Moonfish turns his teeth into blades. He can just jet out. This guy can jet out blades from his entire body.
Hmm.
But as for his hero costume, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, like there's not much support gear, but how much can you support? I guess the loose
Yeah.
clothing kind of helps with his quirk, because then he can easily shoot blades out anywhere. So I guess he's got that going for him with the loose clothing, with the thin clothing.
Actually, no. I think loose clothing is a bad idea with his quirk because if it's loose, right? Say he tries to jet out a blade from somewhere where there's clothing, it'll get pushed up and push against him like from the back from the clothes being pulled up.
Hmm.
I think it'd be very. I think it'd be better if it was tight on him and like easy to tear.
Yeah, kind of like midnight.
Yeah, kind of like Midnight. Ultra. It's kind of like Midnight's Ultra Thin fabrics. Only it wouldn't need to be like that because they are literally blades.
Yes.
He doesn't need to physically tear them with his hands. But
Hmm.
yeah. So the loose clothing's a problem there, but he does definitely at least look like a hero to me.
I think the mask is doing a lot of the heavy lifting there, but I'll give it to you
I was gonna say
mostly.
yeah, probably.
Mostly, yeah, I'd say this guy gets about a 5
Yeah, I agree with that. I
on
give him a 5
practicality
as
and
well.
function. Design wise, he
Yeah,
looks
he
fine.
could with the suit, but
Hmm.
yeah. All right, we gonna do the next one.
Yep. Next up is
Kurohiro, his quirk black.
So he can merge into anything black, including shadows. And then he can control it a bit, and I don't understand how he's able to control Dark Shadow, but that's a discussion for another
I
time.
was gonna say I know how to explain that. So his quirk allows him to move through darkness, and since Dark Shadow is sentient darkness, he's able to control Dark Shadow by moving through him and like moving him around. I think. But
I get that. That's a discussion for another
yeah,
time.
as for his costume, absolutely not.
He looks like an emo boy.
No. It,
I
oh
mean,
boy.
we can't argue on its function though. I mean, not function, practicality. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, considering it's loose, easy maneuverable clothing.
Yep, and you know it's black, so
And
it should
he's
help
more
him.
of a maneuverable type hero rather than
Like you could make the argument he's more of a stealth hero than a combat one.
Yep.
So, yeah, like Tori, he's more of a stealth hero.
Which black works.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still design.
Yeah, which by that logic, though, I feel like if you are going for stealth on that regard, I mean, as stealth hero, though, the thing is, he could, if he was going by that route, then he should like have the white parts on his costume black instead.
Yes, I was gonna say there is still a lot you
But
can do with black costumes.
overall,
A couple of costumes that come to mind, like what you can do with in regards to design, is like Black Panther, Black Adam, and the Black Superman costume, and Batman. You can still do a lot with black. It's just kind of plain.
True. All right, yeah. I'm gonna give this guy a 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give this guy.
He looks like he's just trying to be fashionable with his look.
I'm gonna say 2, simply because I do believe the black clothing would actually be practical and like stealth and would help him with his quirk. So next we have Kendo. Big Fist.
Big Fist, yeah. Now, I'm mixed opinions on this one. For practicality of her quirk, I suppose it works.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part. Personally, I think that, like, the whole sleeveless thing works well for her quirk anyway, since she needs to basically swing these giant giant hands around.
Yeah.
My only gripe with it is that middle section that looks like it's very tight on because
the corset.
she's a martial artist type fighter. She needs to have as much maneuverability as possible.
The corset.
Yeah, the corset, basically. The corset kind of feels like it's a bit too limiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, other than that, it works fine.
Yeah, the corset
definitely looks like. I'm not gonna mistake her for some rando on the street.
Yeah, that's it. She wins points in the functionality.
Probably doing the heavy lifting there.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I give her big points for functionality. Practicality, yeah, she gets some good points. He's again the corset might prohibit her, but other than that, I would say this is good. This is like, I'm gonna say 7. How about you?
Sure, I can agree on that.
Yep. All right. So next we have.
7.
Yep. So next we have Kendo again, but long sleeves. Do we think the sleeves changed all that much?
Okay, well then that loses a point because of my argument before.
Yeah, good point. The sleeves would get in the way, but I mean it is also winter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the long sleeves are good for her quirk.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, everything basically stays the same. So I'm going to give this a 5.
Oh, wow, you dropped it harshly. I was gonna only drop it down to a 6.
No, sorry, 6. I thought I gave it a 6 before. My bad.
No. Again, not much to say. It's mostly the same.
Kodai.
Yeah, Kodai. Yui Kodai.
Yeah.
I actually really like the design for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of looks like a futuristic, like a train conductor, futuristic one.
I've heard that argument before.
But I mean, it's not that kind of future, so it gets big tick for me. Yep, when it comes to design.
Fair enough. Personally, it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't telegraph what her quirk does, nor does it seem to help with her quirk at all. Unless, of course, except for that little pouch, depending on what that's carrying.
Yeah, good point.
But other than that, I have to agree with you. Solid, stands out as a hero. I'm sure that the maneuverability is fine since a lot of heroes seem to use tight costumes anyway. Um,
Yep. I'd say
I'll give it an
this is solid. This is like I'm at almost like 9.
yeah, I'm giving it an 8. I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. The only thing, well, actually no, I'm thinking I'll drop it to an 8.5. The only thing dragging it down is a little bit of practicality.
All right, let's go to the next one. Komori.
Yep. Yeah. Kanoko Komori.
Yep. Quirk mushroom. I don't think we need to say much
Perfectly
more.
telegraphs that.
Yeah.
I'd say design-wise,
To be perfectly honest, extremely good.
yeah, actually, it is actually very good. If I know anything from Ruby, is that battle skirts are a thing.
Fair, but personally, I was gonna knock it. I was gonna knock it just because I don't think a dress in combat is a very good idea.
Well, as I said, it is a battle skirt.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like the only other equipment you see on there is the guns for spreading the pollen for the shrooms and that, which is very useful for work.
No, I don't think that's what it does. I think it
Well, that's what those guns do.
No, I thought it was to increase moisture in the air, so yet the shrooms she makes can grow quicker.
Yeah. Either way, it's just it helps. It's a piece of gear that helps her quirk.
Yes, exactly.
Other than that, she definitely stands out. She's definitely on theme.
Yep, on theme. It's a good design. If I saw her walking down the street, she definitely looks like a hero or a fashion model. You know, those kind of like wearable art sections of fashion.
Yeah, but you're not going to see that walking down the street, are you? So you're just
That
going to
is
automatically
true.
assume hero.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, alright. Next, we have Ibara Shiketsu. Wait, no.
Shirozaki. I honestly call her Ibara.
Yeah.
This one...
Vines.
Really not. Quirk Vines, yeah.
Which
she
makes...
doesn't even look dressed on theme.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basic...
Literally just... She's in a white fashion dress with black boots. I'm knocking this one hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine how practical that is, but I mean, her hair is her quirk, so she herself probably isn't moving around heaps.
Yeah, but she could at least still, I don't know, make a costume dressed in green, maybe with some vines on it for the look.
I would say the white does complement the green. Like, you can still go with the white, but I reckon it's just too flowy in that to be useful as a hero costume.
Yeah, that, and again, it just looks like a fancy dress.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna knock this hard too. I'm gonna say like a 2.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah.
There's no real functionality bonus for that.
I mean, other than it leaves ample room for her hair.
I guess. Now, if it were sealing off her hair, I'd give it a 0. But
yeah, that's true.
Anti-quirk. Yeah.
I mean, in the end, her costume matches her personality to a T.
Very, very true. But anyway.
Yep. Next.
Yeah, Shishida.
Beast.
I feel like his general appearance does a lot of work for the outfit there.
I'm gonna knock it hard for the outfit. He does not look like a hero. He just looks like a guy wearing pants.
It's just the pants and shoes.
Don't forget the color and the sunnies. I mean, it probably does help when it comes to transformation, but I mean, you're not gonna think hero when he's walking down the street. You're gonna think some guy who has a beast quirk.
You're right.
I'm gonna say it's probably fairly practical for transformation, as I stated, because I'm fairly sure what changes the most is his upper body when he transforms.
It is primarily, but yes. No, his entire body gets bigger. I think those pants, because when you see him in his beast form most of the time, his pants do seem to stretch.
Stretchy
but
pants like the
and
Hulk.
that I guess is a point for practicality in regard to it.
Yeah. But I'm still going to knock. I'm going to
But
give
other
this a
than
2.
that, I'm giving this a 2.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 2 as well.
Just because sorry. Yeah, just because the practicality for his quirk, but other than that, like, yeah, it doesn't.
Also, he doesn't really look like a hero. If this were in, say, like the Marvel DC universe, I'd bump it up. But this is a world where basically everyone has powers, so that's holding him back.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to the next one.
Shoda Twin
Shoda.
Impact. Looks like he came straight out of Dragon Ball.
Kinda, yeah. I won't lie to you there, but that does something for his appearance here.
I'm half expecting him to tell me what my power level is.
You're not wrong.
Like, what even is that blue thing over his eye? What does it do?
Oh, I don't know what the one over his eye does. I know that the one that, like, the blue one on his hand is there for tracking. Somehow it tracks things that he's marked with Twin Impact, which means maybe that the blue scanner is to mark them for that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I don't know how his gear is supposed to work because we've seen so little of it.
Yeah. I would
but
like.
Other than that, you want mistaking him for a random Joe on the street, and it looks like that gear is actually armor.
Yeah, that looks like it would protect him. Though the collar, I feel like would get in the way.
Yeah, it might. No, we've seen him use it, and he's extremely mobile in that suit.
I was supposed to say, like, just annoying in the way. You know what it's like.
Yeah, true.
I would like.
Other than that, I do think it's solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a good 6, maybe 6.5.
I'll give it a 7.
Actually, why am I harshing it so low? No, I'm giving it a 7 too. Next.
Yep.
Pony. I can't believe her name's actually Pony.
I know what you mean. Quirk Horn Cannon, she basically just shoots her horns.
And she can control them as well. We've even been able to fly with them.
That she can control them.
Isn't she like supposed to be from like America or something?
She is a foreigner. I just don't know if it's necessarily America.
Yeah, good point. Right, does she look like a hero?
What?
Does she look like a hero? Sorta. It's kind of hard to judge in animation, though.
Yeah, true. It doesn't feel that heroish. I won't knock it as low as some of the other suits we've seen, granted, but it does stand out more as a hero than those. But I still don't think it's the greatest appearance-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's lots of straps everywhere. It's weird.
Yeah. Also, and like practicality, one of her attacks is literally charging on all fours, which I don't think that suit helps out a lot with.
Wait, really? Oh man, I'm gonna have to see a clip of that.
I've seen it. It's in season 2. She's running around on all fours, with someone on her back for the chariot race.
I remember seeing the other guy with the beast quirk, but I don't remember seeing her.
I was pretty sure she did. Anyway.
Well, if you can find it, throw a clip up.
I will. Other than that, I'll give it like a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. Simply because the suit's not that bad. It's not egregious.
Yeah. It's not egregious, which is why I didn't give it like a 2 or like anywhere like 3 or below. But
it's technically not failing.
It's not failing. I wouldn't say. I just don't think it's doing it very well.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right.
Subaraba. Subaraba, yeah.
Oh my. Where do we start?
We can do this one real quick. I am giving this a 1.
really
only reason why I give it
only
a
a
0 is because
one?
there's-
Like, first of all, it design wise, it looks fine as maybe casual clothes. I mean, he's got knee pads, but that's about it. I don't know,
That is
maybe
literally it.
skateboarding. Two, does nothing to make him look like a hero. Three,
Yeah.
what is it? How is this practical at all? How does this support his quirk?
It's hard for him to get support for his quirk, but I can think of ways that he can. You know how like you see him like doing shapes and that in the show to do particular things, like he does the square one in season 5 to
Yeah.
create a cage.
Yeah.
He could learn more shapes like that, and instead of having to do it with his hands, he could have tools on like in a pouch on the back to do it.
Yeah, I mean, learning it to do with his hands would help. But in case he needs like a more specific shape, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good idea to also know them with his hands, but you can have the extra shapes for things you can't form with your hand.
Yeah, good point. Like a star. Don't know why you'd need. Don't know why you'd need to make a star, but.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, maybe those extra shapes aren't as super necessary.
No, I'm thinking like he could in some way generate a spike with it.
Oh, okay, I see.
As an attack or something like that. But all in all, he still gets a 1. If he had a mouth covering, I'd give him a 0, but he's
good point. Like this one fails. Like this is worse than Denki's though.
Literally worse than Kaminari. Jiro still falls flat more, but
more than this.
Yes, Jiro's falls flat more than this. Jiro doesn't even have knee pads.
Jiro's had the speakers.
Never mind, I take that what I said.
This guy's fails more than Jiro.
Yeah, this is a 1.
I'm giving this a 0.5. I'm giving this a 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5. 0's reserved for failing for costumes that make them fail that quirk.
Yeah, it's for mate. I mean, the only thing that's the only saving grace is that just as casual clothes, they look fine, and it's not actively prohibiting his quirk. Those are the only two saving graces.
Alright, let's go to the next one. This guy's horrible.
Tetsu.
Work steel. It's hardening but metal.
I mean,
except it's limitless on how much tougher he can get, unlike hardening.
Yeah, but I guess he also has other strengths as well. Like he can.
Like the heat and cold resistance from Todoroki.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd say it's recently practical. Like he doesn't have to worry about armor. Like I know we've barely spoken about it this episode, but a lot of the ones before them really fail. Like they're not really protecting them with armor. But with this guy, he doesn't have to worry about that.
True. Considering that the best armor he could get is as practical as his quirk.
Yes. Like actually, I know I brought it up a lot. I brought up Kevlar a lot last episode. I had to do a little bit of research onto that, and yeah, it's a fabric that can stop a bullet. But I mean, and it's kind of expensive, and two, it's good against stopping bullets. So
yeah,
unless everyone's costumes is made of Kevlar, then
yeah. As for his look as a hero, I can definitely solidly say that looks hero-like. You're not gonna see a casual man wearing that on the street.
Yeah. Like, he's even got like metal bits on his. But it looks like metal bits on his boots.
Yeah, exactly. Part of his boots look metal. He's also got the like weird wristbands on his arms. I don't know why those are there.
Yeah, neither do I. The only thing I can really fault it on is maybe the pants are a bit loose.
Pants are a bit loose, but does that really matter when you're made of steel?
Well, it matters if it gets caught on something.
I mean, that's true. I guess a 9 then.
Yeah, I'm giving this a 9 as well. Maybe an
I
eight and a
will
half.
10 and 3
Simply
to
just
10.
design wise, 8.5.
I'm
Anyway,
going 9 though. But yeah.
yep. Next, Setsuna.
Setsuna, yeah.
Does she look like a hero?
Target.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. For her quirk, there's no real like thing that this hint doesn't do positive or negative for her quirk.
Yeah,
You can't really do that anyway.
yeah, because she can split her body up and like make them float around.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, she can fly,
true.
as we see her do in the episode where Bakugo versus Class B.
Yeah, but she can only fly while she's split up.
I mean, that's still a good. Like she can use her pieces like Hawks does.
True, true.
And we know how overpowered Hawks is.
Very true. I mean, yeah, her quirk is far closer to Hawks's than what they were saying on the wiki with Pony.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the description. But yeah, I guess the only fault is we don't know how well her pieces can really grab onto things.
Yeah, that is true. We don't, and also, again, the difference between hers and Hawks is still Hawks can still fight without his feathers. Well, if she's split up.
Yeah, if she's split up and can't get her pieces back, she's
she'll regenerate. We know that the pieces will eventually regenerate on her.
Yeah, but otherwise, to make it go faster, she typically has to call pieces back to her.
Yeah.
But anyway, honestly, just because it looks solidly hero and there's nothing that her suit can really do for her quirk, I'm gonna give this a 10.
Yeah, I'm going that too. Yeah, like really close, 10 as well. Like I feel like it's just a really solid costume. The only gripe I have is maybe her hair might get in her face, but I mean, that's basically a non-issue, really. I mean, it would get annoying, but it's nothing.
Especially since typically since she can split the parts and everything, she can just split her hair off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would say very good. Good. I was gonna say something about the costume and how it lets us split the costume, which actually supports a quirk.
True. I think that might have to do with DNA thing, or it might actually just be that the design of the suit, which makes it better.
Yeah, the costume's designed to split and rejoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very solid.
Next one.
Wait, hold on. The only gripe is not really doing much in protecting her, though.
True, that's always been the case, but in all honesty, for the most part, she can split herself to defend herself, really.
Yeah, and I feel like anything that would protect her, having it split would then make it not protect her at all. So,
yeah, plus it might also hinder the movement of her pieces.
Good point. Unless it was like Kevlar that was designed to split. That's the best option I can say. Again, that costume might be made of Kevlar. I don't know. It's not stated. But anyways, next. Manga
Fukidashi.
Yeah, I like how his name's actually just Manga.
I know. Comic. Anything he says in onomatopoeia will manifest.
Which is actually pretty powerful.
He really is. We've seen it, yeah.
Mm.
As for his suit, though, what the hell are those? What the hell is that footwear? That footwear is genuinely heavily limiting his mobility.
I don't know. Maybe his feet look like that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, good point. I like the.
Pretty sure not.
I like how the chest piece kind of looks like a bottle of ink.
Yeah, that is like design wise, I'd have to give it to the costume for the most part.
It's very in theme.
It's very in theme. Very much stands out.
I do have a question. Is that comic panel on his face? Is that a mask or just his face?
That is just his face.
Alright, cool. Well, looks like a hero? Yeah, he looks a lot like a hero.
Yeah, have to agree. Again, my only gripe is those damn shoes which limit maneuverability.
Yep.
I'm giving this a 9 just because those shoes are bothering me.
I'm gonna give it an 8. Simply because, well, there's not much you can do to optimize this quirk much more, so...
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm giving it a 9, because...
Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah. Because, like I said, my literal only problem was those shoes. But
yeah.
anyway.
Again, we also got to think about how well is it protecting him.
True, which, I mean, the chest piece looks solid.
Yeah. But, I mean, the rest of it probably helps him with maneuverability, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm gonna stick with my original answer with 8.
Okay, fair. I might actually do 8 as well, yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Let's go to the next one.
Next.
Juzo Hananuki.
Hananuki. Gee, he's got some thin ankles.
What?
I said, gee, he's got some thin ankles.
I know what you mean.
But I mean, this guy's got armor and a helmet.
This guy seems to have like the Ida-like situation.
Yeah, there's in every class there's always an Ida-like situation.
Yeah, it really is just it's just an Ida-like situation. Only difference is this gets better points than Ida's because he isn't limiting his maneuverability by carrying armor as much because he doesn't move as fast.
I mean, I thought you were going to talk about the pipes sticking out his back, but...
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that limiting Ida, but and Hanuki doesn't have it.
That is true. Now, how does it support his quirk?
It doesn't, but at the same time, you can't really support softening.
I mean,
so
except for good armor.
Huh?
Except for good armor.
True.
I like how we can move around in it though. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Honestly, this is like a 10 for me.
Oh, well, I do actually want to ask visibility.
Visibility, though. We've been shown that he can see through it extremely well.
Oh, I can see through it very well then. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
There's actually nothing I can think about to help him more.
Think of it like Sarah's mask, except he doesn't have the things on the side as much to blocking his peripheral.
Yeah, good point.
Like the helmet's designed to not do that.
Yeah, good point.
So yeah, 10 out of 10. I can't really complain about it.
Bundo.
Now here's an opposite. Kind of.
Like I said, he does look like a hero. I'll give him that.
I'll give him that as well. His quirk is Semidine,
which is glue. I honestly thought that would have gone with glue. Yeah, as the name of his quirk.
Yeah, I mean, his quirk is glue.
Which allows him to spit glue.
Apparently.
Pardon?
Yeah. He chooses the speed at which it dries. Honestly,
that's pretty good.
Since it comes out of his face only, he's not really limited in that regard.
Yeah.
But honestly, actually, I think this suit's honestly fine.
Yeah. I mean, the sleeves are quite big at the ends of his sleeves. Can't think of a practical reason why that might be the case, other than he's got big wrists.
Yeah, a lot of like the fact that it's like pretty loose, the wrists are too big and that bring it down. So I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna give it an 8. It's like decently practical. He looks like a hero, and design it works well with his glue aesthetic.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
But it looks like he's even got like 2 tubes of glue on his sides there.
Yeah, which I don't know why he has that.
No, neither. Mona Man, the man himself.
Quirk copy can copy any power.
Alright, now that is actually really hard to support though.
Yeah. However, also I don't think he can copy mutant.
Oh wait, no, he could copy Ares' horn.
That wasn't a mutation. That was a part of rewind.
Let's quickly read the description here, okay?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because it doesn't say anything about limitations based on mutants. Although we haven't seen him use a mutant power.
But we have seen him use Ares' horn.
Well, again,
he says that he can't. He says he can't use stockpiling based quirks.
Well, yeah, because he copies the base power. He doesn't be the power stored within it.
He can only use one at a time, which is a limitation, but that's a quirk thing.
Yeah. You can have up to 3 copied and now lasts about 10 minutes. But anyway, based on for its quirk, his suit, I mean, the stopwatches are helpful. I'll give him that
Wait, hold on.
because he can use
He
time like when he got the quirk. As for like looking like a hero, I kind of don't think he does. I think he just looks like he's formally dressed.
Yeah, that's true. But how many formally dressed people have those coattails anymore?
True, people could just think he's old fashioned though.
Yeah, good point. He's gonna be walking around in that in public though. Again, he doesn't really look like a hero, but I think just the way he's dressed, people would think it's a bit suspicious someone would be dressed like that, just walking around randomly in public.
True, but the whole point is like that means it's not as strong of a hero costume as it could be.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, of those like coattails, those are gonna get in the way.
That is true, and also
How around those are impractical.
yeah, but also there's the thing that it's hard to support his quirk, since to support his quirk he needs to support any quirks he might get.
Yeah,
which you can't do that.
Then like the whole generalized suit sort of deal.
Yep, and also with the 3 watches, he's got to time out how long he's got the quirks for. Yeah. That is actually useful and a good use of supporting his quirk.
Like I said, the stopwatches are probably the only way to really support his quirk.
That is true.
But overall, like again, my main fault here is the fact that it doesn't really look like a hero costume.
Yes, I imagine he just needs to press the button once and it'll instantly start a 10-minute timer.
Yeah, you're right.
And then if it's partway through, if he presses it again, it'll automatically reset it to 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
That's the best way I'll do it.
Yeah, that's probably the way it works. I don't know for certain. But
when it comes to protection, his suit ain't doing much to protect him.
True. I'm gonna give this one a 5 just because of the watches.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 too. Simply because the watches and it's hard to support his quirk and it doesn't look that bad, but it fails a bit on the hero side.
Exactly. Alright, what's the next one?
Yanagi. Poltergeist. I don't actually know what a quirk does.
Oh, it allows her to manipulate and control objects that she's coming into contact with. But you can only control things around the weight of a human or less.
Ooh, that really limits her quirk, but this isn't a quirk video, this is a suit video.
True, which, suit-wise, it looks like I don't know the name of it, but like more like a formal wear for someone who's Japanese with a furry overcoat, like with like a furry sort of collar on it.
A yukata?
A yukata, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Overall,
I mean, it looks fine, but I think it looks like a hero. It's not really. Like, it's the same thing with monomers. Like, it would be suspicious if you saw someone walking down the street wearing that, but your first thought isn't hero, except for maybe the mask.
Yeah, even then the mask might not even give that away, because typically hero masks are like around the eyes sort of deal.
Yeah, good point. So and there's not really much you can do to support a quirk, so...
Yes, there is, actually. Well, she could carry items on her to use for her quirk.
Yeah, good point.
Shows no sign of doing that, so that's another fault there.
But I mean, you're only able to carry small items. What's a screw gonna do? Like carrying a small screw?
You could, instead of something like a small screw, you could carry small weapons.
Ah.
Like say for example, you carry like some very you carry small shurikens, or better yet, you could carry around tranquilizer
or knives. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you see.
I'd have to give her like
because she can manipulate them, they're not gonna miss.
Oh, good point. She's like Edgeshot, but better.
Exactly. But because of that, because she's failing on all these things that she could be doing, I'm giving her a 3.
I was going to give her a 4.
Yeah, I think it's worse because there's so many things she could be doing but aren't.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, next. Rin. I like
Yeah.
this. I like this guy's suit. Looks like a hero. Yes, he does.
Help practicality for his quirk, yes. Those gauntlets allow him to shoot his scales like bullets, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That and his scales also work like armor.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about the armor problem.
He's like so he's like Kirishima, but
Yeah,
he sacrificed some armor for a range attack.
true.
I gotta say, maybe that thing in his face might block visibility.
That's I didn't think about it. Yeah, that is 100% impairing his vision.
Yeah. So I don't have to give this well, let's see. He don't have to worry about armor as much. His gear supports him quite well. I would say this is a good costume. Like I'm saying, like 8 or 9. I'm gonna say 8.5.
Fair enough. I'm going with 8 because of the whole he's blinding himself thing.
Yeah.
Blue's like the paper thing on his mask, and he's at like a 10.
Yep. Yep. All right. That is actually the last of it. So I'm just gonna. So that's
All right.
been the hero costume review. Now, do we think they at Class B's costumes were better or worse than at Class 1A?
I think overall they ended up being worse.
Worse?
There were definitely some outstanding there.
I think my review is like what I think is they had more of the extremes. They had more of the better ones, but they also had more of the worst ones. Whilst it was 1A had more just in the middle.
Yeah, true. But I mean, overall, not too bad, I guess. Again, there was just the whole, like you said, the whole juxtaposition of they're either jarringly one way or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's it for the Class B suit review.
Yep.
If you guys enjoyed this one enough, we'll do the Pro Heroes next. At least all the ones we've seen up to this point in the show.
Yes, and all versions of the costume.
Which, good luck for All Might.
Well, actually,
but
hold on. I think first we'll do teachers before we do just heroes. Who's generic heroes?
Good idea. We'll do teachers first then.
Yeah, since it's better, since they're easier to find pictures on.
Fair enough. All right. Anyway, that's it for that one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more, I guess. And we'll see you next time.
Ciao.